Praise God, people of God, wherever you are live on Asa TV. It's a great pleasure to come your way once again. Today we are so humbled. It's a great blessing to us. We have in the house a great personality that you would love to listen. So kindly share this broadcast, invite someone to also connect live. It's no other person than Pastor Felix Dela Klutse, PhD. So Pastor Dr. Felix Dela Klutse is live at the studio with us. He's the director for Paint Media Center. And today our focus is basically book review that Pastor Doc has authored, a book called The Entrepreneur's Secret, From Ground Zero to Hero. He's a great brain, a well of wisdom that I know you will never ever regret connecting with us this evening. Doc,
Yep.
you are humbly welcome to Asa TV.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And also a great pleasure to be on your platform. You are doing fantastic work.
It's a great honor. It's a great honor, Doc. I think the first time I met Doc was at the head office of the Church of Pentecost. I'd seen him on televisions and a whole lot of programs until Doc extended a hand of invitation for some of us to come to the head office. That was my first time I came to the head office. Yes, and I came to meet my boss, and from there we have loved him so much. He's a man you will love, and he's a man you will love, and he's someone who also inspires. I remember he said a prayer for us at his office, and we keep on moving. So, Doc, you are the shoulder that we stand to see the future. God bless you so much.
Bless you too.
It's a great honor to have you once again. Someone may ask, who is Pastor Dr. Dela Klutse?
Thank you so much for that question. Dela Klutse is a very humble person. I came from a town called Vako in the Kwando municipality, that's in the Volta region. I love that place so much because it's always quiet. The atmosphere is very serene. I've been married to Elizabeth Ifua Klutse from Mankasim in the central region of Ghana, and we are blessed with 2 kids. We've been married for 17 years now. And so if you ask of Felix Klutse, this has been a few information I could give for now.
Then your education, can you please tell us something more how it started, where you started from?
So I started from Anyinawase, also within the whole municipality, because my dad was working those days at ECG Ho as one of the engineers. So after my dad passed to glory, at that time I was 7 years old. So I had to continue my education in my hometown, Vapo, and then now I had to join my mom in Accra, or don't call official town, because my mom came to Accra. And after staying with my mom a little bit, I had to go back to an auntie in Chibu. Chibu is closer to Peki in the Volta region. And so that's where I completed my junior high school. From there, I proceeded to Bishop Herman College.
Wow,
Vehicle.
I never knew Doc is
Pando in the Volta region, where I pursued general arts and then completed in 1999. And thereafter proceeded to Institute of Journalism, where I pursued journalism. And then after that, proceeded to University of Ghana to pursue Bachelor of Science, a degree in marketing, and graduated with first class honors.
Wow.
And then after, also pursued MBA, the same University of Ghana. After that, I was given a scholarship. So I had to study in Germany, International Institute of Journalism in Berlin, where I pursue a course in business reporting. And then got another scholarship to University of Pennsylvania. It's a scholarship by the U.S. government, where I pursue again a course in business reporting, and thereafter got another scholarship to Northwestern University in Chicago to pursue a course in leadership, entrepreneurship, and business before pursuing my PhD in the University of Leeds in the United kingdom in media and then communication studies. So today when we are talking about entrepreneur secret, it has to do with vast knowledge of experiences, networks, classroom learning to be able to compile this book. And it took me 3 years to write that. Yeah.
So this is the book that we are discussing about here, The Entrepreneur's Secret. The cover itself is so nice, and we'll get there. Before we get there, we have a lot of questions to ask Doc. Yeah. So Doc, life overseas. I know you've had a lot of experiences overseas. So how did you survive at these places? How were you able to combine your academics with the things of God?
Correct. In fact, life overseas is always not easy because especially you are leaving the comfort of your home and then you are going there. The culture alone is different because you have been born and bred in Ghana. I was born and bred in Ghana. And all of a sudden, going to a new country to experience new culture, make new friends, even eat different kinds of food, new dishes altogether, that's different from what you love. That's always a challenge. But I always say that I've been very fortunate because all my schooling in Germany and then in US has been fully funded. It has been scholarship from the German government and that of the US government. So I have the peace of mind to be able to study. Where I have to lay my head has been catered for. My living expenses has always been catered for. And sometimes even in Germany, where even if I'm traveling from, let's say, North Kaneshi to Odoko official town, or let's say Labadi, the transportation has been catered for already. So mine is to sit down steady and then network with people. And it has been very good. Apart from that, I was able to have time to be able to go to church and even, spread the gospel so that those within my catchment area, especially my colleagues in class, I was able to convince them. Some of them even followed me to church. And I can recall that when I was at Western University in Chicago, some of my colleagues followed me to church. And then we met those eight Apostle Amuako then. By that time he was a pastor in Chicago. And he was able to welcome all of them very well. And when they left Northwestern University back to their country, they are now COP members. And so it has been kind of misfeeling. Sometimes you miss home. You want to come home and then see what is happening. At the same time, to what you are doing there is very important. So it has been good. For me, it has been very good. And the training that I got, some of the people that I have met, some of the experiences that I can recount, I'm not sure I could ever gotten those experiences if I didn't get there.
So I'm so touched by the scholarships. I've realized that about 3 or 4 phases was all about scholarships. So how were you able to access these scholarships?
Now the first scholarship was a German scholarship. I was at level 200 University of Ghana, and I had 4 days to write my first semester exam when the scholarship came. I was working then at the Statesman newspaper. And you see, I always tell people that whatever you do, people are watching. Sometimes you may never know. And so I had a call that there is this scholarship, everybody got to apply. But they are picking or selecting 15 top guys in Africa, sending them to Germany to study various forms of journalism, political reporting, and then the rest, environmental reporting and business reporting, and then digital media those days. And so I also applied and I picked political reporting. But 20 minutes of submitting the form, I decided to cancel political reporting and chose business reporting for a reason I have no idea. And you see, I can see that the hand of God was in it. Yeah. And so I just chose like God. And after some few months, the list came out. And I was picked, myself and one guy from Chronicle, who were picked to go to Germany. Now, when I go to Germany, I told them that I have no idea about the course, and they said the course is for people who don't know. So they took their time to train me in economic reporting. to be able to understand and tell the story very well. So from Germany, I decided that instead of becoming a jack of all trades, I will specialize in business and financial reporting. And those are very few financial economic journalists in the country, because it's a technical area, and so a lot of people shy away from that. But I said I'm going to venture into that. I was an art student, now a business and economic reporter. When I came back, I did a story on how Chinese have taken over all the industries in this country, and then what has been the reason. And that story, I entered it into an international award, Diageo Business Diageo Business Reporting Awards, and I won. The first Ghanaian to have won that award. The second Ghanaian journalist who won that award was Anas Ameria Anas. And so you see, the training back there in Germany equipped me to be able to write compelling stories that won an award. And I came back to continue my first degree from University of Ghana, and I haven't graduated with first class honors. Wow. And people could not really understand, all because sometimes what I've learned in Germany, anytime answering examination question, I bring all those practicalities, so it makes life easy for me. After that, I did another story, and then I won City Journalistic Excellence Award, the first Ghanaian to have won that award. That award was instituted in 1984, the first person, and that took me to Columbia University to go and study. After that, another award.
Wow.
That took me to Northwestern University.
Wow.
And so it kept on going on. Now I have like 20 awards in media. Yeah.
So I'm sure these were what the leadership saw. Yeah, because you were winning a lot of awards, you were contributing to your spheres. Yeah. And I saw they needed you to come and help us, because you have read a lot of your stories, and in fact the English that you are writing, everything. Yeah. In fact, you've really been a great blessing to the body of Christ.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so I know the executive council members, I don't joke with you at all. You're a great blessing to your church. Yeah. In fact, Doc, call to full-time ministry. How did it please start?
Yeah, all my life, when I joined Pentecost, I've been in one local assembly, the Akuman English Assembly. That was where I was. My background, I've been a Presbyterian, because my dad was a Presbyterian and my mom had been a Catholic, but when they married together, then they came to Presby. So initially I was baptized in Presby. So it was after, when my father died, then my mom joined the Church of Pentecost. Okay. And so that's Bethel, the same Kaneshi area. But it took me, I joined the Church of Pentecost in the year 2000 when I started School of Journalism. And I joined DEA, the Akuman English Assembly. So that was where I was baptized, stayed there throughout the rest of my life. And then I became the presiding elder for the Akuman English Assembly. At the same time, the Akuman district youth leader. Wow. And I was called into ministry. It's something that was tough for me, because if you ask me, ministry is not my agenda at all. And so Apostle Achimjima. Yeah, I recall those when I went to the interview, any question they asked me, I said, I have no idea. And they said, even the capital city of Ghana, I said, I don't know. I have no idea, because I told myself and my wife that we are never going to become a pastor. We want to become a pure business person.
I'm sure your wife was working then.
Yeah, my wife was working with Dunkwa Continental Goldfields Limited. Wow. That's a Canadian mining firm, as an accountant, head of accounting. Now also having my own company, Business Day Group. So it's a media organization that we have branches in Nigeria, and then we have partners also in South Africa and the rest. So as for ministry, it has never ever been my agenda. But when God is calling you, you have to surrender. So I was called into the ministry in 2015, and then I have to be there. go to the Bible school. And I was posted to Doblogono, a district. Doblogono is closer to Amasaman. That's actually Mota area.
So you were at Accra?
Yeah, so I went to Doblogono district as the first station, and that's I was the first district pastor for the district, a newly created district, carved out of Amasaman. So I was there for 5 years.
Okay.
At the same time, I was the Achimota area youth leader.
Wow.
So I was managing my district at the same time managing Achimota area youth as pastor as well. So, and then from there now to Mount Olives Worship Center as the resident minister, and also taking a responsibility as a media director for Pent Media Center. At the same time, the chaplain at the headquarters. So this has been.
Oh, so you are the chaplain at the
headquarters.
Wow. I never knew.
And chaplain at the headquarters, and also the local area missions committee chairman.
Wow.
So basically, that has been the journey so far.
So far, you've been at 2 stations.
Yeah, I've been at 2 stations.
And all these 2 stations.
Yeah.
Accra.
Accra, yeah. So I've done 5 years at Doblogono, and I'm now in my 3rd year at Mount Olives. Yeah.
So at your first station, were you still at the head office, or it was later that?
No, at my first station, I was not at headquarters. Okay. I was stationed at Doblogono.
Okay.
Yeah, but from time to time, there is any event that relates to media that they needed media, I help.
Okay.
Yeah, I choose to help. I've been a committee member, national media committee. I've been a member since 2015. Okay. So back days, even in the Bible school. So when I came to my district, I chose to help. But I've been stationed at the Doblogono district.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the media pastor, that came at what time?
Yeah, so the media pastor, I was appointed media pastor in 2021. Yeah, 2021. So I left Doblogono that 2021 to Mount Olives as a worship center. It's the same period that I assumed my role as a media pastor of the church.
Wow.
And then now the media pastor has now metamorphosed into Print media director. Yeah, it's another directorate.
The print media comprises.
So now, formally the Church of Pentecost has a lot of media outlets. We have a TV unit, that's Pen TV. We have a radio unit, which is Pen Radio Kumansi, 100.1 FM. We are having another one in Takrady, which is 107.9 FM. It will be Pen Radio Takrady, and we are building other ones. Even if you look at other parts of the world, we have a radio in Germany, radio in Belgium, USA, UK, and then the rest. And then we have the publications department that has to deal with the Pentecost Fire magazines, and then the Kiddie Fire. The Kiddie Fire is targeted to the children ministry. Yeah, and then we have the social media aspect as well. So our fathers thought it was that it would be imperative to bring all these media outlets of the church into a single entity, and that entity will be called Pent Media Center, so that we have a director and with all those units under the directorate, so that we can be able to provide a similar communication to the masses out there. That was where the Pent Media Center came in from the just ended council meeting. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So if you see, perhaps maybe you just join us live on Asta TV. We have Pastor Felix Dela Klutse, PhD. So Pastor Dr. Felix Dela Klutse, you've heard him a lot, a great man, a great brain that the good Lord is really using. And today our father is live with us at the studio here. And this is a book authored by our daddy. It's the first book authored by him. And he's a great brain. So when we saw the book, we said, no, what our father has done, we need to bring him on board so that he will explain a lot to the youth outside there and even leaders, every believer, whoever wants to get knowledge. So please, no one is a repository of knowledge. So it's better we tap from various sources That's what our Father has done. So the theme or the topic for this particular book is the entrepreneur's secret. The entrepreneur's secret. When I saw it, it creates a lot of symbolism in mind and imagery. So and also the anticipation. I think is it a flashback or something? Some anticipation. We were anticipated to know what the books hold, the entrepreneur's secret. So what makes the entrepreneur successful? That's what the person who has not read it might think. From ground zero to hero. I know you want to get to that point of being a hero, right? From zero, from nobody, but look at where our daddy is. So today, that's the main discussion we are going to have on ASA TV here. So, Daddy, what motivated you to please write this book?
Okay. And so what motivated me to write The Entrepreneur's Secret is simple. I have been a successful business person over the years. And I've met great men and great women. I was fortunate to be invited to the White House by Barack Obama. And so I was able to meet a lot of businessmen and businesswomen. I've learned a lot of things from them. And then I've tapped a lot of things from my lecturers as well when I was embarking on my program at Northwestern University. That's entrepreneurship. I came back, set up a campaign. I've been very successful. And I always believe in giving back to society because I know that knowledge is key. You see, knowledge comes from two words: to know and edge. Knowledge, know and edge. When we say know, it means that you are privy to something that others are not privy to. And because you are privy to something others are not privy to, you have an edge over them. And so I believe strongly that the success to entrepreneurial secret, or to be able or to be successful in your entrepreneurial journey, there is a secret that you got to know. And so by learning from all these great men and great women that came my way, it will be imperative that I put this thing into a book so that the youth out there will be able to know. So the book, The Entrepreneur's Secret, now will teach you how to generate idea. There are people who have money, but what kind of business ideas they want to venture into, they don't have. But the book is going to teach you that. The book will also even teach you that you can generate an idea from frustration. Yes, that you are a graduate from a university, you are not getting a job. The frustration alone can generate you a business idea. And then you get to know that, oh, I can also generate idea from hobbies. I love writing. So here, this one is a business idea generated from writing. Apart from that, this book will teach you how to ensure that the ideas that you have becomes a reality. Because entrepreneurship is basically, the more problem you solve, the more money you make. A lot of people have problems, but we don't have solution providers. So you can be providing solutions to those things. Basically, that is about entrepreneurship. So it gives you all the secret, how to generate idea, how to make sure that those ideas becomes a reality, how to even advertise your businesses, how to set a price for your business, how to brand your business, how to execute those plans, and where do you get the money from? The White House I was able to get grant avenues where you can be able to source funds without taking a loan. These are called grants. I was able to compile all those things, and it's part of this book.
Wow.
So this is a one-stop shop book that if you have access for it, you will thank me later. It's a milestone book. Yeah, and I said it took me 3 years. A lot of people review it, and it took me 3 years to be able to put up this together.
Wow.
And I would recommend everybody, whether you are a student or you are an existing entrepreneur or a potential entrepreneur, to have access to The Entrepreneur's Secret.
Wow.
It's a mind-blowing book.
I'm just checking the endorsement.
Yeah.
My boss is surrounded by all VIP personalities.
Yeah.
I remember when I was at UCC, I used to say this adage that eagle flies with eagle and vulture flies with vulture.
Yeah.
When eagle flies with vulture, the vulture will bring the eagle down, want him to come to his level. I've seen you have Apostle Eric Nyamiche, chairman of the Church of Pentecost Global, endorsing this book.
Yeah.
Wow. I also have Michael Caputo.
Yeah.
And listen, viewers, we have former senior advisor to President Donald Trump. So your party is still in power.
Everybody's my party, you know. I was invited by Obama, but that Donald Trump wasn't there. So, but I mean, America is an America. So, whoever wins, what is important is the country is experiencing peace, and then there is economic prosperity for all. Whatever happens in America affects other parts of the world. So whoever comes to power, why not? We are good to go.
You are so blessed, and I like your approach. Ghana, America. So America election. We are praying for a peaceful election. We also have Jamel Haman, President, Canada Europe Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Great people. The Vice President in Novasa, USA. So I have Elder Felix too also here.
That's my presiding elder, and then an engineer. He's also the CEO for Fedem's Groups. He's an engineer.
Great man. Then Wendy Lai, BBC London, and a whole lot of people endorsing the book. And in fact, if you take hold of this book, even if you are working 4 a.m., you just make an all night. You read, you would love to read, because a lot of suspense. That's what I was looking for. There are a lot of suspense in this book. So, Daddy, what are some of the thematic issues discussed in the book? Some of the concepts that you have in the book?
So as I've said, it starts with how to generate idea.
Okay.
I've met a lot of people who ask me turning questions. I don't have idea, or I want to start something, but I am afraid I may not be able to start and finish. Or you hear people saying that, look, as for me, I don't like taking risk. The book answers all those questions. That even crossing a road is a risk. You could be knocked down by a car, but God forbid. Even the food that you eat, you go and buy, it's risk. Because you don't know what chemical that was used to, prepare the food. So it will allay all the fears that you have about setting up a business, and then now introduce you into how to be able to generate a business idea. All the big companies that you have, the Vodafones, and then it starts with idea generation. If you get that concept, and now it will also teach you. The fact that I have an idea, that doesn't mean that I should jump into a business. It will show you whether the idea will be able to make you get a profit or a loss. So I create something called Simple Business Plan 2. Very simple. Whether you have been to school before or you have never been to school before, you can be able to test your idea whether it will work or not. Within 5 minutes on a paper, you are done. And then take you through branding, even emotional intelligence, how you can be able to control your emotions, leadership, how to set your price. And what is the cracker about this book is the grant, because people have an idea but they don't have money. But this one, that's why we say from ground zero to hero. It will take you there. It will take you there. And the book is so infectious that when you start,
that's what,
you can't leave it.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't leave it. It's a mind-blowing book.
I just took hold of the book. And in fact, the things that I'm seeing is serious. The content is serious. And before that, our daddy will just help us with a brief one, the chapter 8, the branding. I love the branding. Branding. So you see how my boss has branded. He just came, and when one of my media saw the car, who is coming?
I mean, branding is very important. You see, it's not for a fan for those companies that you see branding themselves, because it gives you some unique sense of identity. So what is your business noted for? For instance, when we talk about Asa TV, there must be some kind of brand identity.
Yes.
So the book will teach you. Even when you are operating like yourself, you must be noted up for something. You must be able to carve a niche for yourself. And then when we say that, as for this company, it's about this, people should be able to look at your logo and should be able to tell. There is something called cognitive dissonance. Even when they are sleeping and they tap you, what is ASAP, they should be able to tell you. What is Entrepreneur Secrets book, they should be able to tell you. So brand identity is good. And if you want to know more, just get a copy of the Entrepreneur Secret, and you have the secret about how to build your brand. Yeah.
My brother, wherever you are watching, in fact, I know you also get a lot of vocabs. Because right now, the vocabs my daddy is putting on ground. You are so blessed. You are blessed. Your brand, your suit alone. I've been following you a lot. Recently, I saw Pentecost University. They want to bring part of Pent Media. I think
so we signed a collaboration with them, and we want to make sure that, you know, our aim now for Pent Media Center is to become one of the leading Christian media network in the world. That is the vision. And we can never do that without partnership. And normally charity begins at home. Pentecost University is University A+. They also want to become global, university. So we believe that the Pent Media Center, with our vision, if we can marry, with the vision of the Pentecost University, here 1 + 1, normally we say 2, but here 1 + 1 is 3. That is synergy. We can be able to do more. So we want to give the School of Communication students at Pentecost University the opportunity to have internship at Pent Media Center. We will mentor them and help them so that that gap, yawning gap between industry and academia will be closed. And by the time they leave the Pent Media Center for 3-month internship, they should be good to go and become relevant to society. So that has been the partnership we've signed with them. That was last Monday. Yeah.
I saw you, and in fact, you were looking so sharp.
Yeah.
Your tie, all those ties, I think I have to come for
Glory be to God. Yeah.
We saw you at the James McKeon Memorial Lecture too.
Yeah.
When they were streaming,
Yeah.
Daddy was there.
Yeah.
I think part of the speakers.
Sure.
You are doing so well. In fact, we recommend this book for everyone. So this is the last question for our daddy. In fact, we have kept him here for a long time. He's a busy man, and he has a lot on his desk to go and attend to. But why is the book very relevant to the 21st century leader?
Yeah. You see, this book is very relevant because the business landscape is always changing. And then the best learning curve is to learn from successful people. And so this book contains, as I said, ideas from successful people. That's why we call it secret. There is something that they are doing right, that is why they are getting there, and others don't get it. So you set a business today and it collapses. I hear people as a pastor, they will tell the pastor, anything I set up my hands to do, it doesn't work well. And sometimes when you listen to them, you realize that they lack knowledge about how to go about opening business. So this book is very relevant today, in today's business landscape, because you acquire so much knowledge. It's about secret, and if you have access to that secret, you are good to go. That is why we are recommending that even if you are in business, there are new things here that you can learn. How even to set your goals. And you see, one unique thing about the book is that any chapter that you read, there is an assignment at the end of it to practice. So if I say that you can generate business ideas from frustration, hobbies, and then other things, at the end of it, I ask you all the things that you have learned, you must also generate an idea. Let's see. So you follow that pattern. If it is about business plan too, it is there. After understanding, after reading and understanding it, I will give you opportunity, the book will give you opportunity to also practice it. So you have this thing going out with you. So by the time you are done with this book, you are an entrepreneur encyclopedia.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And wherever you go, you can be able to even to teach. Students should be able to have this. Lecturers should be able to have this. And you will see that people will be able to set up a company. And the issue of unemployed graduate association will become a thing of the past.
Wow.
You know, I believe strongly that, you see, anytime there is unemployment and it is surging, the country is always sitting on a gang cake. Because the guy completed university, he's sitting down looking for a job, he's not getting. The guy is frustrated. And we always say that the devil find a job for an adult man. But if the person can read Entrepreneur Secret, get some ideas there, and put something on the floor and is doing something, and everybody's employed. Oh, I start some business, I employ 3, another one employ 5. Don't you think we'll be going a long way by solving unemployment situation in this country? So that is why this book is very important.
Wow. Wow. God bless you.
Bless you too.
God bless you so much. It's a great honor. In fact, this book, and not just about this book, but please, big men, you need to invite our boss to speak to your customers. Like, let me say your stakeholders. So your staffs, if you have any meeting, you need to invite customer service week, because the things that I'm seeing here, if big companies start coming for him, Ghana will see progress. If Vodafone Ghana Airports, Africa World Airlines, Passion, a whole lot. If you all will come for the man of well of wisdom to come and at least enlighten your people, because he has really learned a lot. And I've read most books, I've read most American books, and I see the way the African writes and also how the whites also write. But this one, I see it more as a foreign writer. That's what I'm seeing. The literature reviews, the quotations and everything.
We are also on Amazon, so
So I see it more as international, which if you want to go very far. So we said we are taking the growth for Christ. So we'll read it before we commence our vision again. And maybe our next fire conference, you should be part of the speakers, because the things that we really saw tonight, it's mind blowing.
Thank you.
God bless you so much, my boss. So if someone is looking for a copy, how would the person get it?
Yeah, so if somebody is looking for a copy, you can call us on 0243 2265 96 0243 2265 96, and it's also on Amazon, and so you can order there for a hard copy, or you can also get the soft copy, of it, and you are good to go. You are good to go. A copy is 200 Ghana cedi. I just bring the price down, 200 Ghana cedi. Yeah, so you can all have access to that copy.
In fact, the knowledge that will bring to you cannot be matched by the 200.
Sure.
Even if it's in dollar, then we'll get 0 point something. And just look at the cover. It's a hard cover, so it will not be easily removed. Okay. So we have a hard cover. Everything is intact. I'll just mention some of the contents. Then our daddy will give. We have entrepreneurship ideas. We also have skills, team building. Team building is very important in the places that we find ourselves. In fact, there are most organizations, because someone is not speaking with someone that longer heads, if there is any information to pass it on to the next person, just keep it. And we are bringing this attitude to work, and there are a lot of issues. So team building, you know the relevance of it. Execution, I see more of it. So how to execute your task given to you, not postponing it. Business model, we have marketing, we have branding, pricing and promotion. So I also like the branding, the pricing, and how to price. There are some people, their pricing is so bad. So, in fact, we recommend other churches leaders to also get these books for their leaders. It will help them a lot, that the flock will also be enriched. We have selling, then we have leadership, we have funding. So a lot of people call us a lot. If I want to start this, I want to start Forest Brew, I want to do this, I don't have the funds. I want to start this media, I don't have. So he will just tell you how to fund. Then conclusion, then grant opportunities for the attendance. So Daddy, it's a great honor to have you here.
Thank you.
In fact, today the whole eyes of the COP is here. And please, we are humble though. We are so humble. It's just great to have my boss here. Your name is everywhere. Honestly, your name is everywhere.
Let's go.
Today I had a call from my district pastor. We have a big program upcoming of Kanishi for Christ. And my pastor has pleaded that no, if Dr. Dela is coming, then please don't she help us with the pen TV announcement. So we have our doc here, Pastor David Opo. In fact, doc is here. So your message has been conveyed to him. You know it will get to pen TV, not Kanishi for Christ. Then please. One also sent question that how can you get your slips, like work when you are working you going to school, you complete, how can you get those transcripts? How can you request the transcript?
Outside?
Maybe Ghana and outside.
I mean, the fact that you have completed that school, every university has a process of getting your transcript. So you go through the process and it's sent to you. Normally, if it's outside, maybe you want to get a transcript for another university, especially if it's outside Ghana. If you send those transcripts to them directly, they don't value it. They call it unofficial transcript. So you have to request. Normally, the university will give you an email and you send it to the university that you've attended, and then they send the transcript directly. Email it to them. That one becomes official. So I mean, there are various processes. What happens at Legon may be different from UCC, but the fact that you are school there, getting transcript becomes very easy.
So those are acts. In fact, our daddy said follow the process. So just try to know the process. You can get that transcript. You can even go to the page of the school, call and just inquire. In fact, today, any shout outs for some of
I just want to congratulate my colleagues at work. In fact, these guys are fantastic. The Pentmedia Center guys, and I say God richly bless them. And of course, the Executive Council, followed by the leader being Apostle Eric Nyamiche, the General Secretary, Apostle Samuel Jeobobi, IMD, and all the Executive Council members. Thank you so much for your support. You have been giving us a lot of advice behind the scenes. And so if today Pentmedia Center has become a household name, it's because of the various advices that they have been giving on to us. So God richly bless them. And I have so much friends in the North Kanishi, Church of Pentecost, including your district pastor. God bless them. And Mount Police Worship Center, where I fellowship as a resident minister. And not forgetting my wife and my kids and all my fans. They are plenty. God bless all of you. And keep on praying for me to impart Ghana and the other part of the world through kingdom values and principles. Amen.
So you are taking the growth of life. God bless the producer, my producer, Mr. Albert Williams, for his key support towards these works. And all ASA TV followers, kindly share this broadcast for someone to also connect with us. We are taking the growth. Another time.
Love you too.